Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Now, we might as well have the player ratings in regards to Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. We're out. We were shown a lesson in game management. We were shown a lesson in, yeah, you could say over two legs you had the better players and you played better than you thought you would have played and you had all the possession and you had all these things. Atletico, at the end of the day, are in a cup final now and they've done their thing in 09 and 012. I believe they have another chance of claiming silverware. And Griezmann, if he moves on to pastures new, Simeone, if he gets a very attractive offer he can't refuse, or Torres are stepping down to pastures new and leaving his club. Chance for them man there to win something with their current club. The Europa League dream is over for us, so we might as well have the player ratings now. The crack on. Ospina gets a 3, distribution poor, communication poor, putting us under a lot of pressure. He just had a poor game for me. 3. Mustafi, I give him a 4. On course to getting a 5, but his standards dropped a couple of times, just not concentrating, getting into personal battles towards the end of the game. But I don't feel he had a bad game necessarily, to be honest. But 4 out of 10. Yeah. I give Chambers a 6. Couple nervy moments he had where him and Ospina just underhit passes and things like that. But Chambers, you saw him throw his body. You saw him. He was just getting little flicks on the ball, little tackles, just trying to stop them from scoring, stopping them from scoring, breaking down play. At the end of the day, a man's a defender. He weren't meant to start this game. He had to quickly get his head sorted and screwed on to come onto the pitch after Koscielny got injured. So I give him a 6. Could have done better, but I felt he done enough. I'll give Monreal a 3. Like Bellerin, you lot are getting in positions where you have to do better. We are part of failed wingers FC. You have to do better. You have to do better in them positions with the balls, whether it's the crosses, whether it's the final pass to have an opportunity. Don't get me wrong, both of you put in once in a blue moon when you put in good crosses. Nobody was able to get them the end of it, but it's just you're getting in positions and it really let us down. Like overhitting, underhitting, not switched on. You saw Monreal get bullied too easily by Diego Costa as well. Obviously, Monreal was not able to weight him and stuff. And I'm not advocating trying to physically move him, but in the challenge, he's looking silly, switching off, like just ultimately switching off. Bellerin, whether it was the crossing, whether it was the defending, he just weren't at it today. Or the final ball as well, he just weren't at it today. Switched off for the goal, as did everyone else in the back 4, if you can call it that. Well, 5, including Ospina, who dived too early, gets a 3. Koscielny, hope you get better from your torn Achilles heel. The World Cup doesn't mean anything at this moment in time. This is a man's health, so hopefully speedy recovery, but he weren't on the pitch long enough. I'll give Lacazette personally a 5. I felt he worked well. I felt he held the ball up well. I thought he chased dead ends well. He did well against Godin. He's a man mountain. Wells let him down in the early stage, in the dying stages, pardon me, of the game where the layoff needed to be better. I felt he grinded a couple times in pointless positions where I don't know why you're out wide. Like, what are you actually doing out there? He didn't have an amazing game. Not saying he had a good game, but I'm not going to sit here and say I think a man had a bad game. Because he ran about 5 out of 10. Xhaka improved second half. I'll give him a 7, to be honest. Couple excellent tackles to save us. Distribution. Unlucky in the 62nd minute when Oblak was equal to his distance range shot. One of the only shots we probably took in that game. I'll be amazed if we had more than 10 shots on target. My guess is probably we had about 5. So yeah, Xhaka gets a 7. Ramsey gets a 7. At times I felt, at least in the first 15, he forcing it a bit, trying a bit too hard, but he was all action. He lost the ball a lot today, but he won the ball a lot today. He looked like someone that was going to make something happen, if anyone was going to make it happen. So I give him a 7. I give Jack Wilshere a 5. Probably deserved to come off. Weren't really making anything happen, to be fair. By the time he was coming off, he was scheduled to come off. But yeah, he gets a 5. Well gets a 3. I weren't happy with Wells today. A couple of times just holding on to the ball too long, just release it. Like, I get that you want to play for a foul, but just release the ball, please, big man. Just release the ball. Weren't doing that, and it weren't good enough. A couple of times the link up play, he was killing the moves. I just don't feel he was at it today. Wells has been in good form and he was due a bad game, to be fair. Did look a bit fatigued as well. Weren't at it defensively as he normally would be. Surprised he stayed on the pitch as long as he did, to be fair. So he gets a 3. I'll give Ozil a 5, to be honest. Ozil, you needed to step up today and you failed to really do that, if I'm completely honest. But you created a lot of opportunities. You look like someone that's going to make something happen, and we were poor. But that doesn't just the ratings aren't to be taken seriously, to be honest with you. Because if I'm honest, if I'm one of these players sitting there, I'm saying I played 0 out of 10 because, like I said at the beginning, all these chances, all these things, but none of these players can honestly, if any of these players can honestly leave this pitch, that pitch, pardon me, saying they left it all in the ring, then fair enough. But I don't feel any player can leave that pitch knowing they couldn't have asserted themselves better or played to a higher standard. On that note, we're out of the Europa League. We'll be back. The good news is we'll be back in it next season. Who really cares? We got Emirates Cup next year anyway. So yeah, man. Who we got? We got Burnley. We got Huddersfield, I believe, and we got Leicester. And after that, yeah, the season's done, innit? And we'll see what happens next year. Guys, deluded. I'm out. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest.